Hi guys, this is Palak Sharma and welcome back to the series on daily MCQs and English comprehension skills. So this is the lesson for 12th of April. So here are a few things about me. You can have a read always and do rate, review, recommend and share this lesson once you're done with it, because when you will be sharing it, people outside Unacademy might connect with this revolution, and if you're going to rate it and review it, then more and more people inside Unacademy, those who are using it already, might know the worth and the value of this course, so they might also join and benefit. And you can follow me on Unacademy if you like my courses. Here's my link. This is me. So without any further delay, let's start with the first MCQ. In each of these questions, a disarranged sentence is given and coded as PQRS. Select the choice which gives the correct order of the parts of sentence in order to make it meaningful. So here are a few broken parts of a sentence. You have to find meaning out of them. We've done it already. The question reads, the World Health Organization, the greatest villain, has pointed out is that tobacco in the history of mankind. You have to find the proper arrangement of P, Q, R and S in the midst of 1 and 6th. So out of these four, find the correct sequence. And the correct answer to this question is A, Q, S, R, P. How? The World Health Organization has pointed out that tobacco is the greatest villain in the history of mankind. It makes sense, proper sense. So A is the correct answer to this question. You can test the other three also. If they are correct or not, they will not be correct because the first is the correct answer. Moving on to MCQ 2. In each of the following questions, find out the alternative which will replace the question mark. So here there's a relationship given between fear and threat, and you have to find what is related to anger in the same way in which fear is related to threat. So the options are A, compulsion, B, panic, C, provocation, and D, force. So take your time. This is a different kind of question. It's almost same to the analogy ones, but this is a new one. So the correct answer to this question is C, provocation. Provocation means to instigate anger in someone. How is it the correct answer? Why is it the correct answer? Because as threat generates fear, okay? Someone threatens you, you feel fear, okay? You feel fear inside you. In the same way, when somebody provokes you, you feel anger. So the first one is caused by the second one. The second one causes and arises the first feeling. Threat, if somebody is threatening you, it arises a fear. If somebody is provoking you, it arises anger. Compulsion, no. Panic, no. Force, no. None of them except for provocation. Moving on to MCQ 3rd for today. In each of these questions, a sentence followed by 4 alternative meanings is given. Each sentence contains an idiom or phrase. You are to select the best alternative meaning which best expresses the meaning of the idiom and phrase. So the sentence says, you alone can afford to play ducks and drakes with your family. So you have to find the meaning of the idiom or phrase which is involved in this sentence. Option A says to be on the sly. Option B, to fight back. Option C, to squander money. Option D, to save money. So the correct answer to this question, that is the meaning of this idiom or phrase, is C, to squander money. So now you must remember, to play ducks and drakes means to squander money. So what did they mean by this sentence? They meant that you alone can afford squandering money with your family. We cannot do that. We cannot squander money. We cannot lavishly throw money at things. Squandering money means wasting money on unnecessary expenditures and all. So to play ducks and drakes means to squander money. MCQ 4th. Choose the word opposite in meaning to the given word. Highlight the word opposite. You have to find the antonym. The word says munificent. Option A, miserly. Option B, faulty. Option C, perplexing. Option D, rudimentary. So take your time and think of the correct answer. And the right answer to this question is A, miserly. Because munificent means someone who does a lot of expenditures, someone who's very much spending, who has a lot of spending habits. So the correct answer, the opposite to munificent, is miserly. Miserly is the one who doesn't spend a lot. Then there are 3 other options. We need to find the opposites to them also. The opposite of faulty is functioning. Something is faulty when it doesn't work, it doesn't function, and something is not faulty, it is functioning. Then there's perplexing. There's no one word as an antonym to perplexing. Perplexing is usually something which confuses you. So I couldn't find something which is exactly the opposite of perplexing, so I didn't write anything. You can think of it and you can write in the comment section if you find any, and if you know, Then there is rudimentary. Rudimentary means something which happens since a lot of long time. It's orthodox. The opposite to rudimentary is advanced, something which is new. Okay. Moving on to MCQ 5th. In these questions, in each sentence, some part of the whole is underlined. Each sentence is followed by 4 alternative versions of the underlined portion. Select the alternative you consider most correct and most effective according to the requirements of standard written English. So fifth option, this fifth MCQ says, start the motor and then you should remove the blocks. So you have to find out of these 4 which one is the correct version of this sentence. A says start the motor then removing the blocks. B says starting the motor, the blocks should then be removed. C says start the motor and then remove the blocks. And D says starting the motor, remove the blocks. The correct answer to this question is C, start the motor and then remove the blocks. Why C? Because it is the most effective one. It's the most correct one. Like one of you had a doubt in previous lesson if option B was not correct. Why was option B not correct? That is because you have to find the most appropriate and the most effective one according to standard written English. That's what this question says. So out of those 4 options, B was nearly close to it, but it was not as correct as the correct option which we have marked in that answer. So please mind it that the questions which are like the options which are very much close to it might not always be correct because the next option might be more correct. So there's always a comparative thing going on. Just remember that comparatively which one is the best and the most suitable should be the correct answer. So in this case we have C as the correct answer, start the motor and then remove the blocks. Any option out of them might be correct grammatically, but it's not most suitable and most effective. The most effective one is C, start the motor and then remove the block. Moving on to MCQ 6th. Each of the following consists of a word in capital letters followed by 4 words or group of words. Select the word or group of words that is most similar in meaning to the word in capital letters. So to find the one whose meaning is similar. So the word says procrastinate. Option A, multiply. Option B, irregular. Option C, postpone. And option D, predict. Take your time, think of the correct answer, and the correct answer to this question is C, postpone. So procrastinating means you're postponing something. You're saying, no, I'll not do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it day after tomorrow. That is procrastination. So procrastination is postponing your things, and it's really a very bad thing to do. Then there is MCQ 7th. Some parts of the sentences have errors and some have none. Find out which part of a sentence has an error and choose that part as your correct answer. So the sentence says 2 and 2 are equal to 4 and D is no error. So find out which part has an error in this sentence and mark it as your correct answer. And the right answer to this question is D, no error. There's no error. Many of you might have thought that let's make it is in this case, but no, it will not be is because there are 2 parts of the subject. There's 2 and there's again a 2. So they both make it plural. The subject is now plural. So therefore the verb will be are now. So it's correct to use are and therefore there's no error in this question. MCQ 8. Choose the most suitable option for each blank and write the letter in the brackets provided. So the sentence reads, I am not very good dash repairing things. So the correct thing which should be filled in this blank should be A, about, B, at, C, for, D, in. So take your time and think of the right answer, and the correct answer to this question says B, at. I am not very good at repairing things. You usually be good at something, you're usually bad at something. Okay, so there's always this thing called at which comes when you're good at something, bad at something. Okay, so at is the correct answer, B is correct. Then MCQ 9th. 4 alternatives are given for the idiom and phrase. Choose the alternative which best expresses the meaning of the idiom or phrase. So the phrase reads, at the spur of the moment. So its meaning should be A, difficult moment, B, without delay, C, great moment, and D, very slow. The correct answer to this question says B, that is without delay. How can we use it in a sentence? We can say it is not necessary that we should always reply at the spur of the moment in interview. We should think before answering if you are not sure. Okay, you should be answering if you are not sure. Okay, so without delay is the correct meaning of at the spur of the moment. Not even difficult moment, not great moment, not very slow. At the spur of moment means ekdam se, instantly, without any delay. Okay, then comes MCQ 10th. A person who believes, you have to find a word for this thing, okay? Group of words are given, you have to find one word for it. So it's called one word substitution. A person who believes that people are motivated purely by self-interest rather than acting for honorable or unselfish reasons. So what is that person called? A, agnostic, B, cynic, C, skeptic, and D, misogynist. The correct answer to this question is B, cynic. So cynic is a person who believes that people are usually motivated by self-interest and not by acting honorably or for unselfish reasons. What do the other three stands for? Agnostic stands for a person who believes that nothing is known or can be known of the existence or nature of God. So that's agnostic. Then we have skeptic, a person inclined to question or doubt accepted opinions. Then we have misogynist, a strongly prejudiced person against women. Miso means not in favor, and gyne means something related to females, that is women. So someone who hates women, who is very much prejudiced against women, that person is known as misogynist. So this is it for today. These were all the MCQs. Let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section. I'll definitely answer them in the comments itself, or the next presentation, the next lecture. So that is it for today. Have a nice day. Thank you. Do rate, review, recommend, and share this lesson as much as you can.